This is Miss Yakov coming straight from that Spiker Star, aka the Messenger, aka the Virgo Goddess, aka the Daughters of Zion, aka the Topaz Gem Sapphire. Hey, listen, I always have a message for you, but it's up to you to discern what Miss Yakov was trying to say. Remember, I'm just outside looking into your world, see things that you just don't see. Okay, but we're going to get right into this. The name of this is called Choices. We're going to get into this clip with Birdman. Okay, this is crazy.
Speak about me in general, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like I have kids on my own. My music don't make my child go do nothing unrespectable. I think respect comes at home. You can't dictate what I do or say my words have something to do with his kids and how he controls his life. Controlling his life gonna start with his parents.
Right. Now, hold on. We all can agree. Hold on one second. One moment. We're here to stop the violence. Kids, right? We're here to put a new mindset in the kids.
I want to see this mind though. So what you feel?
Right. So we all can agree that music is very influential. Even though
life in general is influential, and not just music. You can talk about life, getting up every morning, feeding the children, feeding the family, going to work, getting at work. If you ain't got that, you gotta go get it how you get it. So you can't charge it to a nigga with a microphone in his hand. You got all kinds of substances in life, man. It's weird out there. It's really fucked up out there, my nigga. You gotta be conscious about who you are and raise your kids to be better than you.
Now, with that issue, the issue with that is, okay, I could come from a good background, all right, and have both of my parents, but at the end of the day, the music, the exposure to the music that is being put on the television, as far as what's being
I have no control of that, homie. What they put on TV.
All right, there are no
I have no control of what they put on TV.
We don't cut that.
All right. What's your name, man? What's your name? What you do for a living? What you do for a
I'm a
living?
chef.
Great. Stick with it.
And understand everything that is going on.
It's so much to unpack with that. But Birdman was at an event, okay, and he was asked, why did he choose, or why did he put out music to poison the so-called black community, okay? And let me just say this, what Birdman said was true. That stuff starts within home. You can't say, he said life alone is influential, okay? And Birdman was indeed true, okay? Life is about choices. You make a choice at how you want to live, okay? You can't get mad at a rapper or none of that other stuff, okay? No, the devil can come in many forms. God made it clear that he cast the devil down upon the earth. The devil can offer you many worldly things. He can offer you a lot of things. However, you can refuse the devil. Black Sheep said it best. He said you could get with this or you could get with that. You can get with this or you could get with that. You could get with this or you could get with that. You can either get with this or you can either get with that. The choice is yours. Okay? But Birdman was indeed true. That stuff starts from within home. Okay? The parents don't know nothing themselves because they rather remain in ignorance, and they pass that generational curse on to their children. Another thing is this, he looking at Birdman like Birdman poisoned the community, but he ain't looking at the doctor. Okay, the doctor get paid off your pain and agony. He ain't there to help you, to heal you. He there to make money off of you. Okay, but they not getting mad at the doctor, and they not getting mad at anything else. They not getting mad at their mother, okay, for them not having a father figure, but you want to get mad at Birdman for trying to make a money to feed himself. Okay, you don't have to listen to Birdman. Birdman can say whatever he want to say, right? Because it's called freedom of speech. He can express himself however he wants to express himself. Okay, that's just it what it is. You don't have to listen to him. Okay, I told you about an incident where a couple of females came up to me and asked me if I wanted to do drugs with them in the bathroom. I turned around and I declined because that's not my life. I don't do drugs. Okay, see, I refuse the devil. Okay, that's just it. Okay, you don't have to indulge in it. Okay, too many people are getting influenced. Okay, and being distracted. They let the devil take them off their A game, and they let the devil trick them out their spot. Okay. If you let the devil trick you out your spot, that is your business, your choice. You chose that for yourself. Ain't nobody else to blame but you, okay? It ain't the white man. It ain't nobody else. That man right there asked Birdman and called himself trying to check Birdman, but he don't check them politicians. He don't check them politicians, especially the Negroes. He don't never check them politicians that's out selling him a dream just to get in office. Okay, then as soon as they get in office, they turn around and they give them their ass to kiss. They never do that. Why he don't check them politicians? Why he don't check the doctor? Okay, for giving the poison and all that. Okay, he getting mad at Birdman and all that, talking about he poisoned the community. No, your mother poisoned the community by bringing you here without a father. Okay, it starts with home first. Okay, the mother did all that. It ain't got nothing to do with Birdman. That's why Birdman, when he was asking them questions about the TV and all this other stuff, Birdman say, hey man, I ain't got nothing to do with that because it's bigger than Birdman. Okay, Birdman ain't bigger than the program bigger than Birdman. Birdman just trying to make some money. He ain't got nothing to do with all that production and all that. He ain't got nothing to do with that, man. He's just a small fry compared to the people who actually put it out there. Okay, so that's who he need to be stepping to, not the small fry. Okay, but he ain't got enough balls and guts to step to the real people, the real colonizer. He ain't got enough balls for that. And I don't respect people who have selective toughness. Okay, they real tough with people like me. Okay, but when it's time to get tough with the colonizer, they bow down to the colonizer. They ain't trying to get tough with that colonizer. Okay, because they know what it is with that. Okay, but Birdman was indeed telling the truth. That stuff starts within home. The parents supposed to train their child in a way. And you see how the guy tried to use every excuse in the book to try to justify the situation. Like, oh, I could have came from a good home and all this extra stuff. Birdman said, I ain't got nothing to do with that, man. Like, that sounds like a personal problem then. Like, he trying to use every excuse to justify himself. And that's one thing what Negroes do. Negroes always try to justify themselves. They sit up here and use every excuse in the book. Oh, well, that don't mean that because listen, that's a you problem. That's a you problem. You're using all these excuses to try to try to justify yourself to escape accountability. No, it's you. You the problem, okay? That's all that it is to it. But anyway, I'm about to get on out of here, man. That Spiker saw the brightest star of the constellation. Birdman was telling the truth, man. He ain't got nothing to do with that. You ain't got to listen to Birdman music. Birdman can put out whatever he want to put out. You ain't got to listen to it. I could put out whatever I want to put out. It doesn't mean that nobody has to listen to it. You ain't got to listen to it. Okay? It's called the choices, but you will be responsible. This is what people don't understand. You don't have to listen to it, but you will be held accountable and responsible. Okay? Whether you listen to it, whether you don't. Whether you do or whether you don't, you're still going to be held accountable. Okay, anywho, it's that Spiker saw the brightest star of the constellation. Choices, choices, choices. You choose your destiny. You choose your life. I can tell you all day about salvation. I could tell you all day about how to save your life and all that, and how you should save your life. But are you going to save your life? No, because you don't care about that. That's your choice. That's fine. However, you will be held accountable and you will be held responsible and you will regret it at the end. Anywho, it's that Spiker start looking into your world, seeing things that you just don't see. Repent for your filth and save your soul. I'm Ghost.